Okay, today we're looking at Google Maps plugins for WordPress websites. As you can see, when you look in the plugin directory on WordPress.org, you get 356 plugins. So I'm going to look at a couple of the better rated ones and plugins that let you do slightly different things, sometimes more complicated or sometimes a little bit more simple. So we're going to kick off now and look at WP Google Maps. Okay, so here is WP Google Maps on the actual page. It looks fine. There's plenty of controls for maneuvering around the map. You drop the pin there, you can zoom in and zoom out and whatnot. That's fine. There is a lot of control in the back end. Now, all that is, of course, is generated through the shortcode, which many of the plugins use, which is perfectly fine. If we look at the back end, also note that there are premium extensions for this, so that the free version is fairly comprehensive. You can do quite a few things with it. There's also an upgrade you can do if you want to. So let's look at the back end. Okay, there's the shortcode we saw earlier. We obviously can name the map and whatnot. We can change the dimensions. One criticism of changing the dimensions is it doesn't give you set dimension types, so you have to actually go to another site and work out which dimensions might suit you, rather than having, let's say, a small, a medium, and a large option. So the default marker you can upgrade. For example, if you want to, I don't know, have a chili or a nail or something, instead of the standard marker to mark a spot, you can do that, but it's only available in the Pro Edition. So that's a little disappointing. They have to pay for that, but that's okay. There's plenty of control here. You can align it left, right, center. The roadmap, you can change it as well to its default setting. And again, you can put in GeoRSS or various other information in the Pro version. So they're obviously gearing up for just the basic stuff in the basic version, and anything really beyond that, you're going to have to pay for. So you can add other markers, you can add pictures, but again, I suspect it's only in the Pro version. Well, to be fair, the Pro version is pretty sweet. I mean, you can add all sorts of imagery, you can add all sorts of icons for places of local interest or interest around your place of business. You can allow your visitors to get directions. Now, that's all fine and well, but I suspect there are other options. I'm going to find them for you now in a minute, where a lot of plugins you can get to do this for free. They may not display as well, they may not have quite the functionality, but you may save you the $15. But look, maybe $15 is no problem and you want it done right, so this could be a good option for you. The other thing to mention about WP Google Maps, but there are some more setting options that allow you to control. For example, you can disable and have a lot of the controls that a user might have. Now, personally, I think most people want the user to have as much control of the map as possible. But if you want it much more static, tighter, then you have that option and you can just save settings. And that's all in the free version also. This is more maybe blog relevant than WordPress static sites. So if you have a blog and you travel a lot, or whether around the city or around the world, you can use this plugin, Pronamic Google Maps. And what basically it does is it allows you to drop pins and geolocation markers wherever you are for various posts. So it's kind of an interesting idea. So instead of actually marking a place of business, you're actually marking various different places for different posts. Some people, that might be very relevant and helpful. Okay, I'm looking at WPG Mapity here on WP Plugin Foo, and I'm looking on their website because they have a very funky little demo of their Maps plugin. A great thing they have is this different sized option for the map, and you can actually see what size the map looks like on the page, which is pretty excellent. Another thing they have is the zoom. So we're going to add a marker. We're going to just typed in 35 Bond Street there a moment ago. You can also put in a custom image, which is great. So you can have a little chili if you're a restaurant or something like that, which is excellent. Usually you have to pay for those, which is very cool. We're going to throw that in there. There it's in. When we scale up, for some reason in the demo recently, I was doing this yesterday and it was working fine. And now it seems to just still want to go into Kansas City for some reason. But anyway, the demo is there. Where is it? Here on London. And what you can do is you can do routes. So you can do search failed. Right, so this is a little bit of a downer because the practice thing was working yesterday, and today it doesn't seem to be working for some reason. This is a shame. There are so many great controls on this. There's so much usability on it, and all for free that's incredibly impressive. As you can see here, you can change the actual zoom of the map, which is hugely useful because you can make that large. which has this effect here. It gives you this bar that you can move in and out, which is absolutely excellent. You can move this around, you can move everything around different parts of the page to suit your needs and how it fits on the page. Position top right, or you can move to any of these places. So very, very funky. The map type, you can change the satellite, hybrid, terrain, all of these different things. Now, the big word of caution is that when you actually look at it, as it suggests, rate it on WordPress.org, it can't actually find it. So that's a big worrying point for me.